up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full Metronome team number 2. Okay, it's been almost 2 years since I did the last one, so I thought, why not? Let's do a second one. It's been ages. Alright, so I picked 6 random Pokemon, brought some over from Gen 1, and I made the greatest team on Earth. This took so much predicting, and the plays in this were absolutely phenomenal. Now, I've got a main battle here. I had a 6v6, and then I had a doubles one at the end. If you guys want to see all them, definitely stick around. It was quite entertaining. All right, so I'm versing the greatest trainer on Earth here. So I've got a Golem lead here. All of my Pokemon, I started off having leopard berries, then I did a couple of battles with like different items. Now, I just put a Rocky helmet on this, and I just have it has Metronome. So we have a Darkrai lead here. Is going to go for a Dark Void. Never saw that one coming. Going for the Metronome, getting the Speed Swap. Now, what Speed Swap does is it swaps the speed stat of the 2 Pokemon, which is pretty cool. So now my Golem's actually going to go first this time. The cool thing about Metronome, right, is you can waggle your finger and you can see all these moves you've never seen before. Alright, so going for the Toxic Thread on the Darkrai, which is really, really good there. That's going to drop its speed. You know, I was already faster anyway, and I'm going to poison it. Now, with Metronome battles, like Poison and those kind of things are really, really handy. Anyway, so I'm getting hit by the Dark Void here. That must have been running wide lens. Anyway, so my Golem is going to be put to sleep. So I wasn't sure. There wasn't no point me swapping out because it was just going to keep spamming Dark Void. Anyways, I just wanted to see if I could wake up. So I'm getting some bad dreams damage on my Golem now. These were just like random IVs and stats. So they weren't some of them were, some of them weren't. So it really wasn't going for much on these. I just had Metronome on them. Anyway, so it's going for a scummy, ominous wind boost. I'm like, damn, son, they've been watching my videos. Anyway, so we had that Toxic Thread action happening and a little bit of bad dreams damage. So I need to get, I got to get a hit on this thing. If I can get, I was hoping I could like, get a Metronome. Any kind of fighting move on Darkrai would be really, really cool. I remember when I was in my my noob days when I was really, really young, I thought that Darkrai was a ghost. It gets a scummy, ominous wind boost. I'm like, oh, time to get swept here, boys. Anyway, so it's going to get those boosts. I've got to take this out. The good thing is it does have that poison up, so it's going to eventually go down. Unless it has like rest, sleep, talk, which it possibly could have. Anyway, so the Dark Warrior is going to take me out with the bad dreams. I wake up this turn. I'm able to get a Metronome off against the Darkrai, and guys, it's going to be Water Pledge, which is going to do so much damage. It's a bit of a disappointing animation for that. Anyway, it's going to go for a Feint Attack, lol, and it's going to take me out with that, but I'm going to get a little bit of Rocky Helmet damage, so that wasn't too bad. So, not a bad start here versus the greatest trainer in the world, man. I like these battles. They are fun. This guy is giving me inspiration. Scummy, ominous wind, Darkrai. Anyway, so bringing in Abra in because this is the best matchup on Earth. So I'm going for Metronome. I was hoping I could just take it out and I wouldn't die to Feint Attack. Anyway, so I'm going to get disabled. Yes, if it goes for Feint Attack, that's going to disable its Feint Attack. That'll be so good. Unfortunately, it's going to go for a scummy, ominous wind, and that's going to take me out in one shot. Oh, well, so that's 2 of my Pokemon down, so things are not looking very good at the moment. However, Darkrai is on its last legs. It doesn't actually have any legs, but that's all good. So swapping in Electabuzz now. This was... Actually, I think I had some EVs and special attack on this one. Anyway, they're preserving that 6-0 sweep against me. Sending in Kyogre, which is shiny and definitely not primal. So I was hoping, look, this would be really good if I could get a Metronome, like any electric type move, attack. This would be really, really good. On Electabuzz, like with max special attack. Imagine if I got a Thunder. That's what I was thinking at this point in the game. Anyways. Alright, so we're going to get the definitely not primal, and the primordial scene is going to start to happen here. So I was a little bit worried about just any water type move because it's just going to smash my whole team. Anyway, so I get Kinesis here, and I'm going to twist a little bit of a spoon, and it's going to drop the accuracy of the Kyogre, which isn't too bad. Anyway, so going for another Metronome here. Guys, so much prediction was happening in this battle, you just won't even believe it. You won't believe these Pokemon leaks. Anyway, so going for the Aura Sphere here. This is going to do so much damage to the Kyogre because it's got like a million special defense. Going for a scummy Sheer Cold there. Oh, guys, we're versing one of these ones again. Anyway, so going for another Metronome here. I get Outrage. I'm like, that's pretty good. I'm going to go off my major base attack there. So that's pretty good damage to the Kyogre. Sheer Cold is going to miss again. Now, I know Sheer Cold is scummy and probably the worst move you could possibly use, but it's actually not affected by accuracy. So they're good. Their play actually wasn't too bad. They probably didn't even know that. Anyway, so Sheer Cold misses for the 3rd time. Thank God. And I'm going to be locked into the outrage. However, I'm going to get out of that and go for a metronome, getting past the confusion too, which is really good, and go for a hammer arm, so another physical attack, smashing that Mega Kyogre out of here. So I'm having a pretty good start here. The Kyogre, they could have used freaking water gun, seriously. That could have used water gun and taken me out, or fucking bubble, anything. Anyway, people, we have the Darkrai coming back in here. Now, I was wondering if it was going to go for a Dark Void, and I was like, yes, I knew it would go for it. I've got Vital Scummy Spirit. That is not going to put me to sleep, which was a vital play. Anyway, so I'm going to hit myself in Confusion. Bet you never saw that one coming. Now, the Toxic is going to be enough to take out the Darkrai from the earlier Toxic thread from my Golem. So things, it was starting to even up here. I was like, sweet, I might actually get a funny battle. So, people, you knew it. They had a Dragonite, and it was freaking shiny green. So I'm triggered right now. I'm like, I've got to get rid of this thing. Let's use, like, Ice Punch or something. Anyway, it's going to go for a Hyper Beam. This was like my Noom Day set. It was like Hyper Beam, Fire Blast, Thunder, and Blizzard. That was literally my Dragonite set. I thought it had the strongest one in the world. And the nature was quirky, too. I go for a Topsy-Turvy there. We don't actually have any stat boosts. That never really happened. It's going to fail. So going for another, I get an Icicle Sphere off the Metronome here, which is super effective. Now, that does pretty good damage to the Dragon. I was like, please hit 5 times. This would be so good getting rid of that. So I just absolutely hate the color of the shiny Dragonite. Anyway, I'm going to hit it 3 times. Still really, really good there. Now, Dragonite is going to be on the cooldown for Hyper Beam. They're going for a Z move. Like, what is this? It's going to be like Normalium Z off the Hyper Beam or something. I'm not sure what it was, people, but I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to live this one. All right, so the shiny Dragonite is going to go for Breakneck Blitz, coming off Hyper Beam, the greatest move in the world, and it's going to smash into my Electivire. This is going to be way too much for me to handle. However, it's good they burn off their move anyway. I was guessing like maybe some other Pokemon knew could take that move, but that's all good. My Electivire did some pretty good damage there with the Icicle Sphere. All right, so I was getting inspiration all the time by this whoever this is. If you ever see this video, you're giving me inspiration. So swapping in the Mew from the other day with this was I think I had leftovers on this one. I get the Reflect type on the Dragonite. Now which is quite funny because one of my Mews actually had Reflect type from before. Now what Reflect type does, it copies the opponent's typing and gives it to you. It's going to use Barrier. It's that Barrier Dragonite, and it's shiny too. Hacker exposed. Anyway, so going for the Metronome here, and I'm going to go for the Powder, and that's not going to do anything. I would have liked Powder Snow, but not Powder. That's all good. Anyway, so Dragonite's going to go for the Hyper Beam. It misses. Thank God. I wasn't sure how much damage it would do anyway, but then again, this Mew has like garbage in IVs. Anyway, so going for the Speed Swap again. That's the second time I've used that. So we're swapping speed. Quite an interesting move, that one. Anyway, so the Dragonite is going to go for Hyper Beam again. This is must be like its strongest move. It must not have a Dragon type move on it at all. So Hyper Beam's about a 4-hit KO with a leftover recovery. Now, I actually had Leopard Berry on all of these items. Right, I did put them back on, but I had a couple of battles without the items, so I'd like to swap them around a little bit. Anyway, so going for another Metronome. What Leopard Berry does too, if you don't know, that restores all the PP of your move. So if, say if Metronome ran out, then I'd start using Struggle. The Berry would kick in and restore some of my PP. Okay, anyway, so I'm pretty good here. Mew is starting to tank all the Dragonite's attacks beautifully. Now Dragonite is going for another Hyper Beam. All I needed was any move just to take this thing out, preferably an Ice move. So going for Metronome this time, hoping I can get an Ice move to take this out, or a Rock type move, anything. Going for the Mega Punch here, but since it's got a scummy barrier up, that's not going to be enough to take it out. But it's all good. Mew is pretty bulky against this Dragonite. I was wondering I really wanted to see what other moves. I had Barrier and Hyper Beam. I was wondering what they could be. Alright, so Dragonite is on recharge this turn. I can go for the Hyper Beam. Also, people, if you haven't seen my very first Metronome battle, I'll put that in the description of the video too. It's very, very funny. I got, that was, as I said, it was almost 2 years ago doing that. So it was really good to come back and cover some of these old theme teams again. Also, if you do have any other old theme teams you'd like me to actually cover in the, that were done in the past and we haven't done like a second one of them, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, so I think I just went for a secret scummy power. I paralyzed the Dragonite. That's some irony there for you folks. There's some real irony happening here. Anyway, so all I need is probably one more move that has decent base power to take this thing out. I'm getting sick of this Dragonite. It's just, the color is triggering me. Anyway, so going for a Pollen Puff here, that's going to be enough to take out the Dragonite. Finally, it goes down. Woo! So I take that draw, where it's a draw at the moment, people. I've got the leftover recovery, so I know that I can take another hit, just depending on what they're going to bring. So we have the Deoxys here. I was like, oh, this could be anything. Deoxys can learn so many different moves. Now, it's attack form Deoxys, so I know that it's got like, you know, one defense in its either side, so any move will be able to take it out. So going for the Meteor Mash against me there. They don't get a scummy boost, with thank God that would have been really, really bad. Going for a Metronome, I get Tearful Look here. Please, Deoxys, please. Please don't hurt me. Anyway, I can go for any type of physical or special move. That's what I was hoping. Something neutral, a super effective move, just absolutely wreck it. So it's got the Meteor Mash. I wasn't sure what else I had. I know there is an event Doxies with Meteor Mash. I was wanting to see what his other moves would be. Anyway, so it's going to go for another Meteor. It gets a scummy boost here, so I'm like, damn, son, I don't want that to happen again. So it basically got its attack boost back from the turn before. So now I'm going to get agility here, trying to outspeed their Deoxys attack form. Now, the attack form, I know that had some other moves on it, but I wasn't actually sure what it was going to do. Like, it had Psycho Boost, but that's really not going to do too much for my Mew at all, because I'm also Psychic type 2. Okay, so going for another Metronome here. I'm going to get the Flame Charge. Like, sweet, this is pretty good. That's a physical move. Not high base power, but man, that does heaps to Deoxys. Almost takes it out with one Flame Charge. Alright, so Deoxys is going for another Meteor Mash here. It's not doing too much to me. I know I can tank a lot more of them. I just didn't want to get it. I wasn't sure if it was going to have like a Shadow Ball or something like that. Like, how would you even know this person? They run like Ominous Wind and Feint Attack. Anyway, so going for another one there being the Quick Attack, and that's going to be enough to take out the Deoxys attack. So I took the lead, people. I've taken the lead. At this point, it was very, very funny. I actually kind of wish I live recorded this one, but the battle itself, as you know, these Metronome battles go for like it would have been an hour like video, so I thought that'd be a bit silly anyway. So we had the Suicune coming out here. I was like, damn, this thing's gonna be super bulky because it's Suicune. I hope I can get something like Zap Cannon. Anyway, so getting the Earth Power, which wasn't too bad. I didn't hit Suicune on the defensive side, which did some okay damage. It's another Sheer Cold use. I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously, dude? Like, stop it with the one-hit KO moves. Anyway, I dodged that. Another attack from the one-hit KO user. Okay, so I actually run out of moves this time. Since I wasn't running the Leopard Berry, I can only go for Struggle, and that's going to do a quarter damage to me every time. Sheer Cold, they're still going for Sheer Cold. Dude, just hit me with a bubble. Seriously. Okay, so I need one more. I probably can get one more attack off, and I'm guessing whatever move they use. They've got Extreme Speed. It's the event Suicune. That does so much damage to me. And the guys that got Extreme Speed, and they got the Shell Bell. Oh. Anyway, so going for another Struggle here, doing so much damage, and that's going to be enough to take me out the next turn. Now, Suicune can take me out with the Extreme Speed the next turn. Guys, I might dig up my old Suicune and do like a Choice Banded Extreme Speed set. This guy's given me so much inspiration. Whoever this was, you're awesome. Okay, so Extreme Speed doesn't kill again. They get a mighty boost there in the health from the Shell Bell. I'm going to go for a final Struggle, and that's going to be enough to take out my Mew. And I've got 2 more Pokemon remaining. Now, people, I had the biggest absolute fuck up in Pokemon history, right? I was meant to put an item beginning with A, I bet you'll never guess, but I put Assault Vest on this instead, right? And as you know, when you put Assault Vest with a Metronome, it's just going to struggle automatically. So I was like, what? No! I couldn't believe I did that. I was like wondering what happened. I'm like, when I looked away for a second, I'm like, damn, did they use like Taunt or something like that? Anyway, so I absolutely messed up and put Assault Vest on this. It was meant to have a berry starting with A. I think it's like Agweave Berry. But unfortunately, I'm going to be struggling. So I was really pissed off about that. They're still going for a Sheer Cold and I'm using Struggle. Seriously. Anyway, so going for... I was like, please, if I can just take this out with Struggle, this will be so good. It'll be like, you know, one more Pokemon to actually deal with. It's going to have Air Slash as well. Going for a scummy Fleet Shot by Clefable. I was like, please don't get it. I got to get another Struggle off here to finish off the Suicune. Going for another Struggle, then that's going to be my last one, and it doesn't take it out, and I go down. Oh man, seriously, like Assault Vest Metronome. That's even a little bit stretched for me. Anyway, so I bring in my last Pokemon, which is Snorlax. Hoping I can get just any move to take this out and see if I can deal with the last Pokemon. So it's going for an Air Slash on Snorlax, and I actually get it gets a Shell Bell recovery, which does so much, and I get a flinch here, so I'm like, oh, here we go, I'm going to get it flinched by this thing. It's going to go for a cocky Aqua Ring. Like, dude, you're on 1 health, seriously. Like, man, this guy's got some balls. Anyway, so going for Metronome, and I'm going to get a Freeze Dryer. See you later, Suicune. That's why you don't mess around with Metronome. It will Freeze Dryer Snorlax. Now, we're both on the last Pokemon here. Greatest battle of the century. Now, the last Pokemon is Rayquaza. I'm like, oh dear. Is a scummy wish going to come true? Is this going to Mega Evolve into Ray? But it's not. It's a normal Ray, a shiny one. So, I was thinking here, I could go for my special move. I've got Z Metronome on this with the normal MZ. Hope I get something decent. So I thought, bugger it. I was kind of always leaving the Snorlax to last. It was the powerhouse if it got like a physical move. This was a max attack, max health Snorlax IVs. I actually get a normal type move with a Spike Cannon. I'm like, yes, this is sweet. I wonder how much this is going to do, though, because Spike Cannon has basically really crap base power. Anyway, so going for that and smashing Snorlax, that's probably the quickest you'll see Snorlax ever run, apart from, like, the pancake move. I do 3/4 damage to Rayquaza. All I need is to take this thing out with another physical move, even if I get, like, an Ice Beam or some shit. Rayquaza's going for a Dragon Pulse there. It's about 1/4 every time. Now I'm going to go for my last move, which is Embargo, giving Rayquaza some little bit of a kinky chain there. I've got one more move, I'm sorry. I need to get one more move to take out the Rayquaza. It's going to go for the Dragon Pulse against me again. I've got one more move to live after this. Can I do it, people? I need one more attack.